Assalamualaikum. Hi, my name is Adilah binti Azan and my metric number is 2019253494. I will be explaining the background of the study. So, our research title is the level of child abuse awareness in Sungai Petani, Kedah. Child abuse can be defined as any action by another person that causes significant harm to a child. According to Betty 2019, the action of abuse can be in form of physical, sexual, or emotional, but can just often be about a lack of love, care, and attention. The WHO recently recognized child abuse as having significant consequences for human development and the prevention of public health issues. As we know nowadays, there are a lot of cases of child abuse. This happens everywhere in this world. Most of the cases are related to the unstable mental health of the perpetrator. People tend to do unexpected things when their mental health is at the worst level. This is because they cannot think wisely and they will just do the things that will satisfy them. Moreover, most of the child abuse victims are abused by the people that they know, such as their parents or the caretaker. The innocent child will feel unsafe because the parents who are supposed to protect them are the one who makes them in danger. It will leave them with trauma and depression. Hence, this study will discuss and encompasses on the level of awareness towards child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Syahamah binti Shaari. My metric number is 201942388866. For the problem statement, researchers conduct this study because there are some cases of child abuse reported in Sungai Petani, Kedah. In October 2021, a man got 8 years in prison after pleading guilty for abusing his 4-year-old sister continuously until his later death. Another cases, according to Aswad 2019, police arrested a man because of abusing a 9-year-old kid in Sungai Petani, Kedah in December 2019. The CCTV at the toilet caught the incident. Superintendent Shamsuddin Mahmad said the suspect brought the girl to the bathroom before killing her. Next, researchers conduct this study because there is vast study has shown that parental mental disorder have relationship with child abuse. Personality and mood disorder are examples of conditions that are particularly harmful in a household environment. For example, in December 2020, a 20-month-old baby girl was stabbed by a man in Puchong. It was reported that he was suffering from emotional stress together with methamphetamine that was traced from his urine test by the police. Next is family financial status that could be the major factor for physical child abuse. This statement is supported by Nur Syahamah Abu Bakar and Rabia Muni 2021, who stated that child abuse cases occur more often in families with low socio-economic status. This shows that most abused children are commonly those from poor families, which is known as the B40 community. They are usually having financial constraints and lead to pressure. Next, parenting skills determine child development. Each parent has their own style of parenting and it will determine the personality and development of the child. If they use hard physical punishment to discipline their child, it might be to lead to the child abuse.
In problem statement, for the global scenario, according to Duffy 2021, United States US reported 650,000 child abuse cases in 2019. All races and genders are included. American Indians in US had the greatest rate of child abuse with 14.8 cases per 1,000 children in 2019. The girls are slightly more were abused than the boys in 2019. According to Kumar 2017, in Kerala, India, physical and emotional abuse are the types of abuse that is very common. There are reported cases which is 1 year prevalence of sexual abuse was 16% and lifetime prevalence was 19%. For the government initiative, according to Yusuf 2016, to overcome child abuse case, there are laws enforced to protect violence against children, which is the Child Act 2001, and Sexual Offences Against Children Act 2007. Both are the primary legislation designed to protect children in Malaysia. Under Section 3(1) of the Child Act 2001, child abuse is a crime. The perpetrators may be sentenced into 20 years imprisonment or fined 50,000 or both. There are the statistics of child abuse cases, which is, according to Malaysia Deputy Women, Family and Community Development Minister, the number of child abuse cases reported in year 2019 higher than the number of cases in 2018 in Putrajaya. From January to September 2019, 6,000 cases of child abuse were reported, compared to 5,500 cases in January to September 2018. From the previous study, it has been found that average of 7 children in Malaysia was reported to be the victims of child abuse.
This study hopefully provide answer for those questions. First, what is the extent of child abuse awareness among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah? Second, what is the relationship between mental disorders and child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah? Third, what is the relationship between family financial status and child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah? And fourth, what is the relationship between parenting skills and child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah?
For our study, these are objectives to be achieved. That the first one is the researchers want to identify the extent of child abuse awareness among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah. Second, to examine the relationship between mental disorders and child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah. Third, to identify the relationship between family financial status and child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah. And fourth, to investigate the relationship between parenting skills and child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah.
This is the conceptual framework for this study. As you can see, there are 3 independent variables and 1 dependent variable. The dependent variable for this study is child abuse. Meanwhile, the independent variables are consisting of the risk factors towards child abuse, which are parental mental disorder, family financial status, and parenting skills.
Next is research method. For sampling technique, the research uses a convenience sampling, which is one of the types of non-probability sampling that approach select sample from the general population. The researchers obtained about 170 respondents to answer the questionnaires provided for the purpose of this study. The researchers choose the distribute research project question using Google Form and spread it via social media such as WhatsApp, Twitter, and Facebook. For the sample size, researchers referred to the table of Craigie and Morgan 1970, which is the optimal sample size for population is 100,000. Since the population in Sungai Petani is 240,999 people, which is above 100,000 population. According to the table, the sample size of the representative in this sample should be 384. However, there are limitations and constraints to spread questionnaires to the respondent due to the current situation, which is COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, the researchers was chosen 170 respondents from the range 30 until 500 according to the Roscoe 1975. Rule of thumb, the researchers was reached 170 respondents in Taman Lebah Bujang 3 at Sungai Petani, Kedah. Research objective 1 is to identify the extent of child abuse awareness among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah. The researchers conduct descriptive analysis using SPSS for this objective. Based on the table, it shows that the mean value for the dependent variable. The mean value was determined by using Likert scale, and the mean for each item has shown in the table. The average mean score for child abuse awareness among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah is 3.80. The data indicate that the awareness of child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah was at a moderately high level. Research objective 2 is to examine the relationship between parental mental disorders and child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah. The hypothesis is the first rationale is there is no relationship between parental mental disorders and child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah. First alternative, which is there is a relationship between parental mental disorders among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah. From the table, it indicates that the relationship between parental mental disorders and child abuse has a positive correlation. The result can be inferred that there is a relationship between parental mental disorders and child abuse since R value is 0.612 and P value is less than 0.05. Thus, there is a strong relationship between parental mental disorders and child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah. Hence, H alternative is accepted.
Research objective 3 is to examine the relationship between family financial status and child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah. The hypothesis is H0, there is no relationship between family financial status and child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah. H alternative, there is a relationship between family financial status and child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah. The table shows that the relationship between family financial status and child abuse have a positive correlation. The researchers conducted Pearson correlation using SPSS for this objective. The result can be inferred that there is a relationship between family financial status and child abuse since the R value is 0.509 and the P value is 0.050, which is smaller than 0.05. Thus, there is a strong relationship between family financial status and child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah. Hence, H alternative is accepted. Research objective 4 is to examine the relationship between parenting skills and child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah. The hypothesis is H0, there is no relationship between parenting skills and child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah. H alternative, there is a relationship between parenting skills and child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah. The table shows that the relationship between parenting skills and child abuse has a negative correlation. The researchers conducted Pearson correlation using SPSS for this objective. The result can be inferred that there is no relationship between parenting skills and child abuse since the R value is 0.111 and the P value is 0.149, which is greater than 0.05. Thus, there is no relationship between parenting skills and child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah. Hence, H0 is accepted. There are few limitations occur during the period in completing this study. First limitation is the study is only focused on 3 independent variables. This is because there are more independent variables that can be used. The 3 independent variables that has been tested in this study are parental mental disorder, family financial status, and parenting skills. Hence, the scope is limited to examine child abuse awareness among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah. Furthermore, it is difficult for the researchers to broaden the study because the list of the independent variables is list conducted by the past researchers. The second limitation of the study is the method used to collect the data. The researchers used online questionnaires as the method in data collection for the study. The questionnaires were distributed online through Facebook and WhatsApp by using Google Form link. The researchers used online questionnaires to collect data because it is much easier since the researchers did not have to go for one by one person to answer the questionnaires. However, the data collected might not be accurate because the answer given by the respondents might not be true and dishonest. This is because the respondent did not want to reveal their personal information and opinion to answer all the questionnaires. They might just take the answer in Likert scale without reading the questions carefully before giving their honest answer.
The researchers suggest that the future research need to expand the list of the independent variables that have relationship to child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah. Most of the past research only focus on the three variables including parenting mental disorders, family financial status and parenting skills. Hence, the researchers suggest to including other factors such as lack of religious education, family feud, and lack of intention from parents. As a result, the more factors included in this study, the wider scope of study to examine child abuse awareness among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah.
Another suggestion is the study needs to use variety of data collection such as interview and observation method instead of using questionnaires. However, even by using questionnaires method help the researchers to get quick data collection and easily to reach the respondents, but there are respondents give dishonest answers, especially regarding their privacy matters. By using different methods in data collection, the researchers will be able to get more answers and accurate data. So these studies review the previous research studies which outline the research objective. Based on the result obtained, there was a significant relationship between two variables, which is mental disorders and family financial status and child abuse. Meanwhile, the other one variable, which is parenting skill, has no relationship toward child abuse. The data gathered can be used to improve awareness of child abuse among residents in Sungai Petani, Kedah, since the two variables, which is mental disorders and family financial status, was influenced the child abuse.